All right, is this thing on? Hello? How goes it,
Hello.
everybody? Hey, Kurt. Yeah,
Hello.
it's working. All right.
Nice. Functional.
All right, so I have Telegram open over here, and I am going to go over to my Atomic Hub. I can drag that over for the chat. I want to show people real quick. I'm going to set up my inventory, so go to all collectibles. I'm going down to Nifty Wizards, and I'm just going to select these assets on Atomic Hub for the stream right here. You can see I have a whole bunch of weed. We're gonna get to that, but yeah, here goes. Here goes the inventory list on Wax, and here's the Telegram channel. So let me open up the Nifty Wizards lobby. Dude, this is going to be so hard because there's so many channels. But here we go. So this is the Nifty Wizards lobby. All the links are in the description right now. So if you need to, you can just go ahead, check out the description in YouTube, join the Telegram right here for Nifty Wizards, and you can start playing Nifty Wizards today in Telegram. Check out this picture that everybody put together, or somebody put together, but everybody's checking out right now on Telegram is of Kurt from Nifty Wizards right there, William of Wax, and me photobombing in the background. Whoever put that together, whoever made that, you're a hero.
They're brilliant.
That is genius. I did not even see myself there when you first showed it to me.
Yeah, I didn't either. Somebody said it, and then I was like, oh, yeah.
All right, so Jasper says it's working now. Thank you. I can see the chat, so if you guys have any questions or anything in the chat, shout it out. We're going to use this as like a place to send people that want to learn how to play. So I guess, Kurt, where do I begin? Because I have assets and I have dust and stuff, but for people that may not have anything at all, let's kind of go through some of the things that I'm going to make sure I have in my Wax wallet.
Yep. So I think the best place to start is to go into the lobby. The lobby is the Nifty Wizards lobby is where you can get your key. So the idea is that you go into the lobby, and Nifty Wizards has a ton of different Telegram channels and rooms, and we call them chambers. So it's kind of like Harry Potter and chambers, and there's probably over 50 of them now. And different chambers are for different things. They have different themes. But the lobby is kind of like where you start your journey as a wizard, and your goal is to get a key NFT. And so as you go through chambers, you need to get these NFTs. And then it gets increasingly complex as you go into different rooms. Like, for example, the battle room requires many NFTs. You have to have a key, you have to have weapons, you have to have a heart, you have to have a lot of different, and they're all NFTs, and Telegram can detect because you sync with your wallet, and Telegram can detect what items you have.
Which is really crazy that I could pair my Wax wallet with Telegram to play Nifty Wizards in a text-based format with actual NFTs. It's pretty badass. I got my key on display right here, so you guys can see this is the key. It is pixel art, which is my fave, but it has a lot more behind it than just that art. It's a
Actually, I
utility
can't see
NFT.
that on the screen. I don't know if that. Oh yeah, I
Oh
guess
yeah,
it is showing. It
on the
doesn't show for
stream,
me.
yeah, on the
I
stream.
see.
Hey,
I see.
unfortunately, I couldn't figure out how to get them to do
No
that.
worries. I can see it actually on YouTube now. I'm watching. So
All right, so yeah, this is it. You need to go into the Nifty lobby, which is right here, Nifty Wizards lobby, which you can find in the description. You start here, and you can request a key. You could earn a key, maybe post something on Twitter like, "Hey, I just started playing Nifty Wizards," and get your key from there. Or you could just go right to Atomic Hub and go to the market and pick one up and start playing. So I got my key. What do I do now, or where do I go? Where do I start now that I
so
got my key
actually
from the
you
lobby?
so you've already got your key, and the thing is you've already synced your wallet. So that's like kind of an important part
Let's
where
show them how
you
to
need a
do that.
Wax Cloud wallet. And so I think that you've already done that, but like there's a sync command, and you type sync and then a space and then your wallet name. And so Nifty Wizards is a text-based game. All of the commands and the actions when you battle people and when you play in the game, most of those commands you do to use the NFTs use slash commands inside of Telegram. So it's like a text-based game. And so where you're at now, Ken, is like you have your key, So you're probably like, well, what the hell do I do now? And so that's another part of this game is like socializing with people.
Right. Figuring out like
And
what to
so
do and what's next, and it's really I would like to say what are those games, MMORPG or whatever, where like you have to go around and talk to like the people, but there's no NPCs.
yeah.
Everybody's a playable character.
Yeah, everybody's a character. And actually, so here's the thing, we do have NPCs like
Oh yeah,
and
well the
you'll get
bots
into
in the
that
chat.
part.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the bots are kind of technically NPCs, but you know, maybe not, I don't know. But so now that you have your key, like what you do is you get added to the key holders room. And I believe you've already been added to that, but what would happen is another player would see that you're here
Yep,
and
I'm
then
in
they
it.
would add you to the key room. And so I'm adding you to the key room just in case you're not there.
Oh, I'm here. I'm in Nifty Wizards key holders, showing the
Yeah,
chat
key
right now.
holders. Now, so what happened there was basically like anybody can join the lobby, but now only a key holder can be in the key holders room. And this is where you're officially playing the game, right? And so now that you're here, your goal is based like you pretty much officially started. And what happens now is that you need to get a scroll so you can quest. And
Right, I
so when
see
you,
somebody said slash forge scroll.
yeah, and so that's a forge. And so if you share an article, or you can also, you can always go to the market and buy one of these items if you want. And then you could just kind of advance. Or if you don't want to buy one, oftentimes you can earn one in some way. And so the way to earn the scroll is to read about scrolls. And so there's an article right above that you can see in the chat there for key holders that talks about scrolls. And so it's kind of like if you want a quest, you have to understand scrolls and you have to understand quests. And so simply, if you just want to advance to the next part, I recommend everybody to read this article, but it'll explain quests and scrolls. But if you want to just share it on Twitter, then what I'll do is I'll forward you a scroll. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to like make sure your wallet is synced. So, and it syncs with the blockchain so that you know what items the person has. And I'm going to ping you, and it uses the Collectabot. And the Collectabot is like a Telegram way of syncing any of your NFTs. And right now it works for Wizards. So I'm going to take a look at what you have by doing ping and your Telegram at username. And it looks like you do have a scroll. It looks like you have 5 scrolls. So
Yeah, I wanted to get
auto.
some stuff I could give people if they needed some stuff. So I grabbed some extra items off the market just so I had them.
Nice. So you have a scroll, and that what that does is that typically someone will forge you a scroll if you complete this little scroll quest, which is like, you know, share it. And then now that you have a scroll, what that is that's your right to the world of quests. And so what quests are, and quests, people submit quests, you can create quests. So like somebody created a quest that I think that you would think is really funny, Ken, is that it's called um, what's the name of it? I can put you into the quest room, and then we can actually ping the quest bot. The quest is kind of like in quest bot. It's called Questy. It's a NPC that tells you about quests.
Yeah, Nifty Wizards quest room. I'm in it now.
Okay, so you're in there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask, and I'm going to see which quests are. And so I just pinged the quest there that you can see. I don't know if you can see that or not. And you know, there's a quest called The Art of Illusion, Amor Mio, Blade Flasher, Predictio, The Awakening, Mirror Mirror, Great Odin's Raven. And it looks like they removed this other one. There was another one called Triggerio. And so it was about, you have to go out and trigger ETH maximalists by telling them about how much better NFTs are on Wax. And so, and then we would pay you in gold. Every time you triggered somebody and pissed them off on Twitter, we paid you in gold. And a lot of people were doing it. It was really funny, actually. But so you might look at these quests and you might be curious about which one of these quests you want to do. And so I like Blade Flasher. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the quest bot to tell me about this Blade Flasher one. So I'm going to send that command in. You see that?
So it's quest slash quests and then the name Blade
The name of the
Flasher.
quest.
Right.
Yep. And so Blade Flasher tells you, it gives you a quest brief. You know, it's basically like, look, you got to go out into the world because you're a new wizard. You got to go out into the Shire and show everybody that you're like nobody to be fucked with, and you're going to share your blade, right? So you want to go out and flash your blade so that people know that you're ready to fucking battle or whatever, right? So it tells you which items are required, and you require a key and a scroll, because you can't quest without a scroll, and you can't even gain access to the game without a key. And so you have those, and I believe you have a knife. And
Yep, I'm gonna
so
scroll up and show them Oh, my inventory was in the other channel. It's all right though.
yeah, I can ping you, and you can just do my inventory there too if you want to look at your inventory, but I can also ping you myself too. So there you go. And
Right.
so
I
it
did
looks
it
like
just
you
to
have a
show them
knife.
how to do it. So you just hit
Yep.
the slash key really on your keyboard, and it brings up all of the commands automatically.
Yep. So you have a knife, and so
What?
if you go and you take a picture of your knife, which you can find on Atomic Hub,
All right. So
then you
let's
can
go over
go
to Atomic Hub.
and whatever way you can get a picture of your knife, then just tweet about it. And so you can kind of see a pattern here. It's not always true. Um, and the reason why we did social is, one, because it lets other people know you're playing, which is great. It shares the game with other people. But these are pretty easy quests to do. Like, some of them are complicated. Like, we have full on NPC quests where you have to answer questions that are actually complicated. Like, uh, one of our players, Joe, created these things. It's called a text venture, where you like navigate through this adventure. It's like a story, and it's actually pretty fucking hard to do. Like, I even got frustrated while I was playing it because it's kind of hard. But these ones are kind of easy, like posting a picture to your Twitter. And we want people to, like, this is a social game. This is about advancing yourself on Twitter. A lot of these people don't use Twitter like me and you do, Ken. Like, they're just learning, and we want to build a community. We want the other people on Twitter who already have Twitter accounts like me and you and the other players to see other players. And that's like kind of a big principle, is that we want people to become friends and to help each other. It's a social game. You're not, that's why you're not playing against a computer. You're playing with other people. Other people are helping you, and they are the NPCs, kind of like you said. And so this quest said to post with a hashtag, I believe. Yeah,
Oh,
hashtag
oops,
Blade Flasher. It's
oops.
no
All
big
right.
deal. Like, we still do it. And then
I want
once
to
you've
do it
done
right,
that,
so I'm gonna do it right. So let me delete this
all right,
tweet
all
because
right.
I already tweeted it. Let me do a new tweet and do it right so people can follow that along. There is the hashtag, so let me do that right.
Yeah, so the quest is, and I'll read it while you do that. It's like, you're a new wizard trying to make a name for yourself on the hard streets of the Shire. And this is an important part, is lore, guys. So it's like, you have a shiny new shank that's burning, tearing a hole in your pocket. A post to Twitter about your knife will yield you a new mystery prize that's about to hit the forge and will aid you in future quests. Let somebody know in the quest chamber that the quest is done, and somebody will get it to you eventually. It gives you the required items and how to prove it, and some extra notes. And then it also sends you a link to another chamber. Um, and that chamber is called Quest Validators. And so once you finish that, you're going to be able to click this link and go into Quest Validators. And what that room does is, it's people who are, they're also players in the game that are kind of like in a more senior position, and they can validate your quest and send you rewards. And they also earn rewards for sending you your rewards.
Oh, cool. All right, well, here it is. I used it at Nifty Wizards, hashtag Blade Flasher with my little knife emoji. I can guess I copy the link to this tweet, and I can come back into the quest room and post a link.
Yep.
All right.
And I see it because I get notified too, because I run the Twitter. And so I'll like retweet you. Wow, you have blade number 9, dude. That would sell for a very nice price. I remember I gave you a low mint because I was just like, fuck it. But like, you could sell it for sure. People would buy that from you.
Right.
I think it's the lowest mint night.
Oh, nice. Knife.
Um, all right. So now that you've done that quest, you can kind of go into quest validators, and then pretty much in the future, any quests you really want validated, you can go into this room and bug them, and they'll send you loot.
All right. Where's the
Um,
quest validators one?
so if you look at the bottom of that quest in the quest
Oh,
room,
okay.
there's a link. It says chamber to redeem.
Oh, right
Some
there. Yeah,
people do it
chamber
and some
to
people don't.
redeem or for help. Click here.
Yep.
All right, I can join that one. I already see a bunch of my friends are already here from my other chats. All right, I'm
Yeah,
here.
nice.
So it says I joined the link. All right, there's nothing here though. I don't see anything. It's blank.
Yeah, because it's a new room and we don't share the histories. And that's actually like part of the gameplay is like gathering knowledge. Like some people pay other players to share the history with them. People were doing that a lot more before. They haven't been doing as much now because we have better info, but some people would pay for that because sometimes they share details that are important for the gameplay.
Yeah, I like
Um,
how the kind of like marketing is gameplay, right? To get the name of the game out there, get more players involved, and your friends and your community involved is like the quests are kind of brand awareness for the game and marketing for the game.
they are, and not all of them are like that, but
Got
some
it.
of them are. I think the earlier ones are. Like, let's maybe look at one more quest.
All right, let's
So
go.
Predictio is an interesting one. That is about predicting the price of shit coins, and if you get it right, then you get a lot of loot. So it's like it's a quest that's like outside of the game. So I'll show you this one. So it says the brief: predict any shitcoin prices in advance, document on Twitter with movements of more than 10%, and receive some shiny gold and earn your first spell badge. So we don't have the spell badges yet. We're just putting them out, but like we do have wands, and the wands have spells. So you can kind of use like the wand has a power where you can tell somebody to shut up in Telegram, and then they can't send messages in Telegram. Like that was like one of our first powers because it's
So the
kind of like
wand's
about
almost like a banhammer.
it kind of is, yeah, it is, yeah, in a way. But it just shuts them up, and then eventually it fades out. Okay, so the Predictio story is in the world of shitcoin collectors, it's hard for a wizard to stand out. So many schemers and false prophets, so many low tech wizards claiming they knew the shitcoin prices. It's hard to know who to believe. Only wizards who have learned the spell Predictio can prove their prowess in the predictive arts. Call out a shitcoin price 10 days in advance with a movement of 10% or more, and you will not only have proven you are a shitcoin Nostradamus, but you will also have learned the Predictio spell. You will likely find yourself more rich with gold straight from the mines of the Shire. So two people have actually done this one and completed it with movements of 10%, and I was kind of blown away by it. Sometimes it's easy, but
Yeah, that's crazy though. It's like proof of TA.
yeah, and then we give you a bunch of gold and give you loot if you get that one right. So
Right. So I mean, even if you got it right, and you did something about it, you win twice because you called a 10% gain on a shitcoin. Maybe you grab some, and now you can earn some Nifty Wizards gold for completing the quest and learning spells.
yeah, and I think that this is kind of a fun way to let people kind of engage with things that they already know, which a lot of these people already know crypto. But I also think that people who come into this game and don't know about crypto can kind of like learn about it a little bit
Right, there's
too. So
motivated too. Right, exactly. Is there any?
yeah,
I see there's no like specific hashtag or anything. I could just make a tweet, call out the coin, and
yep,
things work out after 10 days with 10%. I can come back and go to the. It says right here, chamber to redeem for help. Right there for TradingView.com. So I could go in
yep,
there and drop my link for proof, and I can get my predictioto spell. How do you say it?
yeah, Predictio, and then like what we plan to do in the future is because right now the quests they're they're more of like we give you loot if you get it right, but we also want these to be badges, and so eventually we'll put out the badges, and then those badges make you more powerful. And so like when you're battling, the fact that you have more knowledge will make your hammer or sword strike more powerful or something like that.
Gotcha. So I guess all I have to do is slash and then find the quest, right? So it's right there. Click that. It'll bring up the list, and then I can do slash
Yeah, do mirror
quests.
mirror for example.
Yeah, exactly. And then I could type in
You
MIR
could just
mirror.
copy and paste it too if you wanted to, because like it does care about spelling and stuff
Oh,
and the
all right.
comma.
I was going to ask about that comma. All right, so it'd be best to copy it then. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, and then enter. There we go. We got the mirror mirror quest details here. I saw Jasper just completed his blade flasher. I see you in the live stream, Jasper. Way to keep up.
I'm
Mirror
gonna forge
mirror.
him a beer because I think he's the one that made that. I think he's the one that made that graphic.
Oh, that would be.
Wait,
Is that was
what?
that you, Jasper? That's so good.
Oh, I wrote bean instead of beer. I was like, what? That's not even an item.
It's not an item
Here's your bean,
yet.
bro. This is beer Jasper. So this is the forge, and it allows there. So there's forge masters in the game. There's like over 20 of them now, and it gives them the right. And what that did was when I wrote forge beer there to give to Jasper as a gift because he made this awesome graphic for us, right? I'll probably give him some more loot too. And the reason, so what this forge did is it actually allowed me to mint an NFT from Telegram. It minted a real NFT and sent it to his wallet directly. And so this is kind of a new thing. Like this doesn't really exist in Telegram where you can just mint assets from a set directly there. So and I can even mint them to myself for sale if I want to. So for example, if you look, like I mint a beer to myself and boom, it just sends to me. And now I can move that to the market and sell it myself. And I can take all of the money for that too. And some people do that as well. Once you get forge rights, it kind of gives you the right to like forge to your wallet and then move to the market and sell it.
Oh, that's really cool. All right. So that's like one way to. That's almost like a tip bot, right? Like you can tip somebody an in-game asset. Like they're gonna get the NFT in their Wax wallet. So it's sort of like minting a fresh NFT as for a tip.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Oh, that's badass, man. That's going to be really interesting to see that play out more in the game mechanics as forgers and different things that need forging are done, because people are going to be, kind of maybe I expect brown nosing forgers.
For sure. That's part of the gameplay. Like we were calling it bribes in Morty's, but some of the guys didn't really like that we were calling it bribes here. So like we steered away from that. But yeah, like ass kissing, I guess. Like you kiss this guy's ass and you build alliances. Like you definitely want to have an alliance with a forge master or even become one yourself so that you
Right.
can like run game on something, you know?
So I can't forge anything, but
Yeah, you can try. It'll
right.
block you from
So
doing it,
I'm
but
going to try.
I
Let's
could
see.
give you Forge access.
We'll try forge weed, and then to give it to somebody, you do an at, and you can find their name here, and enter. Says this wizard is not allowed to forge this item. Kurt,
Yep, yep.
forge weed at Kenneth Bosak. Weed was sent to Kenn Bosak, and now I could go to my Wax wallet over here, and I could see I received a weed NFT.
And I gave you a Raven just right now too.
Oh, let's see if that showed. Yeah, it showed up really fast. Holy shit, Wax is quick,
Yeah,
bro.
it's lightning fast. It just goes right away. So
Wow. Yeah, I got the Raven instantly. Yeah, and I got a bunch of weed here. I know this is we're gonna get to this. I want you guys to get into this and learn more
mhm.
about. We're working our way there. So now that I have completed a quest, technically, I started Mirror Mirror. So if I go up, what was the Mirror Mirror requirements again?
So mirror mirror is if you gift an item to somebody who's new to the game, then that item will be mirrored back into your wallet. So it's basically like you give them one and then you get one too, so that you don't lose one. And it's a way to bring new people in and give them an item. So it's kind of like a way that you can bring your friends in, or like you can give them a key and a scroll or something, and then I would give you a key and a scroll so you don't lose yours.
Right, and I see there's a disclaimer, and I want to get to that because I immediately was like, well, wait, what if I send somebody like a really nice expensive item? Can I just basically like
Yeah.
cloning these things like a Pokemon? I don't know if people used the Pokemon clone sheet back in the Poke Center days, but I did. So how do you prevent people from doing that? Because it says right here, I guess the supported items, right?
Yeah, so I mean, there have been a couple of fuck ups where people do send valuable items, but it says pretty clearly you can give up to 5 items, and that these items that you give out, they're not. they're not super rare ones. They're the ones that are less rare. And so those we can mirror because we don't want to flood the market. And so, like a scroll, which is something that we give out already, is something that you could give to your friend. It's good to
Right.
hand a scroll to a friend. So
Well, I
please,
got a
all these are fun.
raven. I got a raven. Is that raven too valuable to do a mirror with? And I mean, I see it's on the list of supported items, so I could have maybe Jasper comment his wax address, and I could send a raven to
Well,
Jasper.
you could actually ping Jasper's address unless he
Oh
wants to
no
send it
way!
into your
Really?
video chat.
Hold on, that's
Yeah, look at
gangster.
the bottom. So when you ping him, you see at the bottom there in Quest, you can see that it shows his address. And actually, that's a clickable link. So you can click into that link and then conveniently transfer. So the
Oh
collectibot kind of
wow.
helps you to like find somebody else's address. I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you're like, bro, what's your address? And then they wait like 20 minutes to send the address. It's a fucking nightmare. That's another reason why this collectibot syncs with your wallet so that you can find other people's addresses real easy.
Right. No, that definitely makes it 100 times easier. So yeah, I have it here. It says I don't want to do a trade. Hold on, let me go back to my inventory. Sometimes Atomic Hub. All right, not sell now. I want to do a transfer, and we're gonna go ahead
Yep.
and put to recipient account name. All right, and then memo. I'm gonna do mirror in the memo. So that's on the blockchain, and then I can send. I can send transfer. Here we go.
Oh, Crypto Papa did it too. I can see that he did it. So I'm gonna try to find him
All
in
right,
the.
cool. And I guess do I take the transaction information because it says view transaction, and I have the transaction number here. So I guess could I do that?
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of on an honor system, so you can just say, "Hey, I sent a Raven to what's his name," and we'll just usually honor it. Like we know that that's the great thing. And I wrote an article about how using NFTs and Telegram are, you know, they can eliminate spammers and scammers because it's like how deep you are in this game required you to own these NFTs. So it's like we kind of know you now and we know you're not fucking with us. And so you can just say, hey, I sent a Raven to homie and just, reimburse me and see the fact that I know you. Like it just makes it really easy for us. We don't have to do all this
Got it.
crazy verification.
I got my Raven back.
Yep. And so
This is so
Ravens have a
cool.
special power. You can burn your Raven and show us that you burned your Raven and then send us anything you want on Twitter and we will post that on our Twitter in exchange. So Ravens have a
Oh, it's a
function.
messenger pigeon.
It's a messenger pigeon. Yeah, it's like a hidden value.
Oh,
And so you could do anything. You could just be like, dude, I'm Ken and I'm fucking handsome and I'm single. And like that's the tweet.
that's
That's
going to
it.
become way more valuable as your channel your following builds up on the Twitter account. That could become a big
Yep.
asset, especially when you're trying to
Yep.
do like guilds and stuff. I could burn a
Yep.
raven and put out like a smoke signal to other wizards, telling
Yep.
them to come to my chamber. We have perks
Yep.
over here. There's beer and weed in this chamber. That is really interesting.
Yep.
Hidden. That's like an Easter egg game mechanic.
It kind of is because we don't like you can see it if you look at items. So if you do slash items, I'll do it in quests. Are you still in quests?
Yes, sir.
So I did the slash items command, and this shows you some of the functions of these NFTs because the idea is that they're ever growing in function. So oh, I see that Crypto Papa did it too. So I'm gonna reward him or her. I'm guessing it's a him. Not that it matters, but
I mean, I usually pop him comes to mind.
you never know. I sent a Raven to him as well. Some people just don't know what the Ravens do, and that's fine with me because like sometimes it's a lot of work to send out these
Well,
tweets. Like
that's
some
that's
people
the
send
best.
these
Yeah,
like,
that's the best part though. That it's an Easter egg because the more you're immersed in it, the more you learn. It's like it's cool to have something stumble onto something and find out like, oh, there's something new, and it's all through like community engagement. Somebody will never know this, and one day We find out that they have some ravens and they could use them to do some cool tweets.
Yep, yep. And they'll have other features, like it might be that, the Raven increases your XP when you're in battle, and the Raven increases your other abilities and that's part of the game, is that a lot of these functions just come from the players. Like, we've made up most of this shit. Yeah, it's in sync with what Wizards and Medieval stuff are, but you know, like an example is that like we have these skulls, right? And I just thought skulls were really cool. And then like this guy, he's really funny. One of the guys in the game was like, dude, like if I have a skull, I should be able to skull fuck another wizard. And like and like I was like, there's nothing stopping us from doing ridiculous shit like that. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. You can't do it, but not yet anyways. But it's just like
you can do it, but not yet. Don't try
Yeah.
skull fucking wizards right now. It's wait for it.
Yeah. You gotta wait for that one. So like an example is that we plan to do a battle royale, and they were like, we should just call it Skullfuck Island, the battle
Yes.
royale. Because each battle royale we have, and that's, maybe you should go into the battle room. That might be a good time to like look at what's going on in the battle room.
That's a perfect segue. I was just gonna say, because people have been trying to battle me, and it was very intimidating. So here we go. This
Yeah,
is
it is.
Nifty Wizards battle training. It looks like 91
Yep.
members and 8 are online. So I have some opponents here.
Yeah, so let's fuck somebody up. Let's fuck Brian up, actually.
All
So
right,
I'm
how do I
gonna
fuck somebody up?
so everything in the game is slash commands, okay? And so I'm gonna start, like, you and I are gonna tag team Brian, but we want to pregame a little bit, all right? So like I'm gonna write slash, and you're gonna see it, and what I want you to do is I want you just to copy this command, like just copy and paste it, okay? Just to start, and then we're gonna fuck him up before you can like get us, right? So you see that? I just sent it in.
All right.
Oh, I'm dead. Okay, so I'm dead right now, and that's why we have a heart NFT. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna revive. So look at this. So now I've revived, and if I ping myself now, and see, I just revealed my hand, and see Brian's coming in here, he's gonna fuck me up now.
All right. I just
See
attacked.
this?
I did it too.
So we got,
I attacked
so
him
we
for
gotta
4
get,
damage, bro. He has
yeah,
96
we
HP
gotta,
left.
yeah, so, so let's just, oh man.
Do I keep doing the copy paste thing over and over again?
Well, yeah, if you want to, yeah, you can do it.
Is there anything? I was gonna say, is there any? I don't know. It says slow mode, so yeah, you do have to wait a little bit. That's where I think my fault, because last night everything was going crazy. All right. Yeah, I hit him again for 1 damage. How do I do a different kind of attack, or is this the main attack type? Oh, Kurt, you went nuts.
There's many attacks. So I'm just, yeah, like this is kind of like the way that people fight each other. They just go crazy, and it.
So
and
you can do this command multiple times in one post. No,
You can't. I just fucked up.
Yeah, I was looking at your fuck up, and I fucked up right behind you. So I
Yeah,
can
and so
see
there's
the
many.
cooldown. I like that there's a cooldown though. Last night with no cooldown was insane, but the cooldown's pretty nice.
Oh shit! Are these guys having cooldowns? See, that's unfair because I'm an admin, so I'm
Oh,
able to. So I shouldn't overstep that because it's just.
yeah, it looks like
I'm gonna
12
write a
seconds
message
or
about it.
so.
But anyways, yeah. So the
I'm
idea
going
is.
to honor that. It's like bringing a gun to a sword fight, but it's like, look, I promise I won't use it.
Pretty much, yeah. And so the idea is that, like, see, I get XP for doing this too. And the idea is that,
Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't
so
had
if
any
I
XP
ping
yet.
myself,
People were making fun of me that I had 0 XP, but I was like, look at all my loot, suckers. All right, he's down to
yeah,
50 HP, bro. He's about to go down.
yeah. And so you can imagine there can be some complexity. Like, imagine 30 people are in here and they have different teams, right? Like, what that could mean is that, like it might be that I'm going to use magic to like stun somebody, and another guy on my team is going to fuck him up with a sword. And then I might want to put a cloak on, or I might want to put a weed cloak on so that when they attack me, I'm going to be hidden. But every time they try to attack me with my weed cloak on, it might mine some weed, right?
Oh,
And so
cool.
there's a lot of different complexity. And
How
see,
do I
this
enable my
battle.
weed cloak? How do I do something like that?
So the weed cloak right now is just cosmetic. It's just collectible. Doesn't have function.
All right,
So not all
all
of the
I'm
items
seeing
have
is
function.
slash. So that slash slash is the command. Is there anything else that we can do here
So
besides
each room will have
slash?
different weapons. I believe
Oh,
that
here it
there's
is.
sword commands.
Yeah, I see slap, punch, elbow, knee, upper. Oh, yeah, you're getting uppercut. I don't even know what I did. I just posted uppercut though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it tells you. And so that's a melee command. And if you have that fist NFT, then that allows you to like punch things. And so the point behind all of these being their own bots and their own each weapon and tool being its own NFT is that I might go into another room where my goal is to climb a mountain and there might be an orc that's a bot on that mountain and I have to defeat him to get some treasure. Or I might go into another room where I have to punch a tree so an apple will fall out of it or something, you know? Like there's infinite ways you can, curate these rooms. And so the idea is that as a master of these chambers, you could curate your own. Like you could make your own story and then you add the bots in there, whichever ones you need. Like you might need a heart and a candle to light the way, things like that. So you can kind of curate your own stories.
I just realized I could choke him. Hold on. You just got choked for 1 damage, sucker. He's down to 39 HP. All
Yeah,
right,
the
how
melee
do I find out
attacks.
my? I guess it would be the slash in the.
You can ping yourself, yeah. So I'll ping you, but you can just do my inventory as well. It'll show you your stats. So I don't know why that's lagging actually.
Maybe the bot's on cooldown.
No, maybe the bot isn't in here.
That might be that. I mean, yeah, I guess it wouldn't be in every room.
Yeah, it's not in every room. Yeah, we turned that bot off so that people don't like because sometimes it kind of different bots feel like spam in the rooms.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's good to bring people to certain rooms for that. Like an inventory list is sort of like going to like the village public storage channel or something.
yeah, you have 8 XP now.
I'm climbing the ladder. Hold on, we're going to stab somebody. Stab them. Boom. Oh, 5 damage. Yeah, big tax. We're gonna use stab. 31 HP left. I'm gonna have my first victim on a live stream.
Yeah, and so there's an upcoming feature where like if you kill somebody down or if you like damage somebody down to like a really low HP, we decided that what we want to do is we want to do fatalities. And so if somebody's really low, then that gives you the opportunity to do fatalities and like we're going to do some really disgusting shit for sure because like we're in Telegram, like literally nobody could stop us from what, we want to do. And like even if you think about it like GTA, because we kind of want to build like a text-based GTA for Wizards, really,
Oh,
or
that'd be
like a
great.
Las
Yeah.
Vegas of Dungeons and Dragons, you know what I mean? And so I think there's nothing that can really stop us, man. It's not like some kid's gonna complain and say, like I heard some bad words over here. Because like GTA already lowered the bar so much
Right, right.
that that I feel like you can't really go much lower
Yeah, with
anyways.
the new Mortal Kombat and Call of Duty and everything, there you can't see the mainstream getting upset over like games, let alone the regular stream people getting upset anymore. You're right.
Yeah.
It's become desensitized. And it's reality. People you
Uh,
go outside, people are gonna curse and say crazy shit. Talk about Games of Thrones at the bus stop.
yeah. And Game of Thrones is actually so there's a few things that inspired me for
Fuck, I
this. It's
keep
like Game
missing.
of Thrones.
Wait,
Like
oh,
that's where
somebody in the
Nair
chat wants to know how do you battle? What items do you need? Do you need anything other than a heart, a knife, or what else?
you could go to battle with only a knife, and the heart allows you to revive.
Okay. So you do
And
need a
so
heart to
you could just
revive.
get killed, and eventually your cooldown will respawn you, and the amount of hearts you have determines how fast you can revive too. Like if you stacked a lot of hearts, then you can revive faster, and so that kind of gives you another concept of the game. And this is really unique to our game. I don't think any other game has this.
Is
is
there
that how
anything I
much
get
you
for killing this guy? Because he's about to die.
I think it gives you more XP when you do the death blow
Okay.
because you could three guys could be fighting. So
Oh, that makes
if you're in
sense.
a gangbang and then you deliver the final blow, like you
You
get
get
more
the money
HP.
shot, so to speak.
Yeah, you get the money shot. Yeah. Um, but
He's got three in a
yeah,
row misses. Is there any item I can buy to help with accuracy right now? Does this dude
eventually
have a
your
cloak on? What
XP.
the fuck?
No, I don't think so. Oh shit, Sound Doctor Genie's here.
Oh, I see Sound Dr. Genie in the chat. Just saw he says this game reminds me of the Black Watchman. I don't know what that is. Says the mechanics are borderless. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's enough knife misses. I'm not stabbing anymore. We're going to go with an elbow. It seems safer.
Sword slashing is the best. That's like the most damaging
Oh, so
weapon.
slash is better than elbow. Okay.
Yeah. And we don't really like publish that stuff only because the game is about discovery and like making mistakes and trying things and meeting people and getting the information from other human beings. It's not about sitting and playing with robots, you know?
Yeah, the more you don't know, the more you actually engage with the game to find out.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think that's going to be really cool to see multiple like lore guides or whatever, right? Like I'm already kind of working on one trying to put like a medium together, but it's like a lot of different, people are going to want to make their own little like guides and tutorials and stuff like that. So it's going to be really cool to see how the community puts together the playbook, so to speak.
Yeah, and there's unique things that are related to exactly that. Like, what I really want is someone like you to build your own room and maybe even come up with an idea for an NFT. And then I mint that and I give it to you, you sell it and you make money. I don't want to be the controller of the game, actually. I want to be somebody who enables other players to start their own markets. Like, you see these weed castles, right?
I
Like,
love
you
it.
buy the weed castle, you produce weed, now you go and sell it. You do whatever you want with it. It's your property. It's a real market. You know, that's the concept behind it about being a forge master. You create the NFTs yourself and you
And
sell them
there's a
as you
really
want.
crazy good mini game incentive behind it too, because I do have the castle, I do have weed farming, so I have all of these NFTs that like I'm incentivized to go out and get more people involved in the game because I want more people to want my weed.
Yeah, you do.
And it's good
Yeah, dude.
stuff.
And
I'm telling you,
and
my weed's probably the best in all of Nifty Wizards. It's high grade. It's a splice of Pineapple Express and God's Vagina. It's a hybrid
mhm.
indica sativa, well balanced with THC, CBD. Come on, guys, come on in.
Come on in. Come on down to
We
Tegrity
we we
Farms.
got integrity.
Yeah, and so it's kind of like
I
Tegrity
did
where
it.
like when
I
you
killed him. Final blow, bro. He's dead. Sorry, didn't
wow.
mean to cut you off. Holy shit! I got my first kill. Stabbity stab stab to stab stab stab. You're done. I win. I win. Oh,
These
I'm on
guys these
cooldown.
guys are fucking these guys are fun because like sometimes they like I just love playing with these guys because they're just so weird sometimes. Like you see that guy, he's like okay daddy, I did it daddy. It's like, "Oh, fuck dude." And like one of these guys like literally calls me master like 50 times a day. It's like the weirdest shit.
You
I
know
love
what?
these guys though, don't get me wrong, but
This concept 4 years ago would be insane with the fucking Poloniex Trollbox community. In the way
uh-huh.
back, the way I used to battle with motherfuckers in that Poloniex Trollbox. I
Uh,
wouldn't mind having an NFT to slash some of them with in the comments.
yeah, that's kind of where it came from because I realized there's all these crypto people and I think that NFTs, I mean, you kind of already know the story because I told you before how it was inspired by Rick and Morty at first, but
Hmm.
I just like the idea of NFTs kind of giving you sort of like I can imagine in the future we have like a wizard meetup, but like if you're not a high powered wizard and you don't have the right NFTs, like you just can't fucking go, dude. Like you just there's only certain people that can do it, sort of like a cult with like tiers, you know?
Yep.
And and so, for example, you're not even in, not yet anyways. I'm gonna try to. fucking get you in there. But the staff holders room is probably the most elite group. There's only, I think, 11 members now. And I think that even one of the staff sold for 1,000 USD. But the idea is that when you have a staff, now you're kind of like at the Wizards night table. And we vote things, and we have like a DAC essentially, where if you have the staff, you can vote on Telegram polls. And we're going to be doing it for the weed castles too.
Oh,
Like the weed castles might be like, look, we're going to vote on this poll that nobody else can mint weed because we want to control the weed. And that's fair game. Like it's all about manipulating and increasing your position and trying to like bring people onto your gang and shit like that, right? So that you can dominate. And like I just kind of enable people. Like if somebody says, "Hey, I want to make this NFT," I'll try my best to make it. Or like, "Hey, we want to like seize power from these people," I'll like try to enable them to do that. So
yeah. No, I feel that, man. And like you mentioned earlier, I would love to do something along the lines of like having my own NFT that's used in Nifty Wizards as like an in-game item, where people have like a quest or something to like follow me on Twitter or at me or something in order to like, I don't know, just be so there's so much of a game mechanic
100%,
to
dude.
that.
That's exactly what I want. Like, I think that some people can see it that like a company can easily come in here and build a quest to like gain their NFT or something like that, you know?
I just went into the Magic Dust Miner, and I wanted to cover two more topics to wrap things up with. And I
Yep.
know we're kind of long on time here. We got about 12 minutes left. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Magic Dust Miner and stuff, and then maybe segue into the Nifty Dice.
Yep. Okay.
So I'm
Do you want
here.
me?
I'm in the Magic Dust room. People that have no clue what's going on with dust or what it is or how they get it or what to do with it. Maybe just brief rundown of what the Magic Dust room is about.
Okay. So Magic Dust is a currency that was built uh, on a kind of proposal that I made about 2 years ago called chat mining. And so the idea is that um, these communities, they come in and they chat. There's thousands of them about crypto or even not about crypto. And the idea is that every message that a person sends, they earn cryptocurrency. They earn magic dust, and dust is a cryptocurrency on the Wax blockchain. And the reason why we built it is because let's imagine a scenario where you have 1 million people that all of a sudden want to join in a game on Wax or some blockchain, right? And let's say you have to buy those items in Wax, just like Nifty Wizards. You have to get a wallet, you have to buy Wax. It's kind of a nightmare to go onto an exchange and go fee it in.
Yeah.
It's kind of a fucking nightmare, you know what I mean? And so with Wax, you can just do a one-click install of a wallet, and then just simply sending, like syncing with the Dust bot, you send a message and you gain dust. And then what you can do is use your dust to trade for items in game. And we have a bunch of games that support it already. And we have what we call dust mines, which is like, for example, Ken, you have your own dust mine.
It's the
You're a
coolest
mine
fucking thing
operator.
ever, bro. This is like literally the
Uh,
coolest part of 2020, which is also the coolest part of all of crypto. So we're either we're at peak or like, holy crap, we're gonna keep going because this is amazing. Like, I don't know. Go ahead. I'm so psyched about this.
yeah, yeah. So you're a mine operator, and now there's about almost 100 mine operators. And the idea is that if you're the person who runs that Telegram group and you're the administrator, you earn one dust for every one dust that your community members mine. So you're kind of like a mine mogul, and it's sort of a game in and of itself because other people are trying to game it to where they add the dust miner to their groups so that they can mine more dust. And then we have dust auctions where we take rare NFTs and we auction them off for dust only. We don't use any other cryptocurrencies.
That's
And so what
probably
it
what I
kind
would
of
do,
does,
guys. Just for a heads up, if I do get to do my own NFT for Nifty Wizards, it would only really be available for Dust. I wouldn't really care much for Wax. I would want to use the in-game
yeah,
currency. You know what I mean?
yeah, dude, you just want to do it more when you talk like that. So anyways, anyways, it's like the idea behind dust is that somebody in Africa that got a free phone, if their phone supports Telegram, they can mine it. And this isn't really true for any other mineable currency, that any single individual in the entire world can get a piece of it if they just chat and add value. Just being there and being a lets you mine this cryptocurrency. You know, it's on exchanges, people have been selling and shit. And The idea is to move into gameplay mines as well, where we give a grant of dust to the game, and in exchange, when you're playing the game, you also mine the dust. So in Nifty Wizards, for example, if you hit someone with your sword in the battle room, you actually mine dust. You might not have noticed that, Ken, but like you're mining dust when you battle. You're mining dust when you
Oh,
send a message
yeah,
in
that's
any Nifty
right.
Wizards room. You're always mining dust.
That's right. Every battle
And
is a
so
mine. That is
the
actually crazy. Huh.
yeah, so anybody can do this, and people have done some really creative shit, man. There's a guy who has this Telegram group called the Dust Story, and people, if they write a hashtag, it makes an entry in this book of lore that he's writing, and they're mining dust while they do it. Like, there's just so many amazing ideas, and so the long term idea is just to integrate this with as many chats and as many games as we can, and make it kind of like an official sort of subcultural currency for games and NFTs. Like, we want to make NFTs that are backed by dust. Atomic Hub actually has drops that support dust sales, so you can sell NFTs for dust on the market, and that's kind of the concept of dust.
All right, and now I wanted to move into this Nifty Wizards dust dice because I picked up one of these dice and I've yet to do my first roll. Yeah, maybe explain why people may want to make sure they have a dust or a Nifty Wizard dust dice in their inventory and wax, and how they could utilize it here in the channel.
Yeah, so dice, as you guys know, in Dungeons and Dragons and medieval lore, there's dice. There's many different kinds of dice. They're kind of these symbols of chance. And so when you go into the dust dice room in Nifty Wizards, you can roll the dice with a slash command, just like you attack somebody with a sword. And what that does is it enters you into a game of chance where you can win between 1 and 5 dust.
I
And so
just
it's
won
kind of a way
4.
of mining the dust. There you go.
And I
And
guess
now
I
you can
mined
see
an
it's in your
extra
wallet
dust
already.
though,
It sends
right?
it automatically.
Well, the moment I hit the command and hit enter, I kind of got dust for doing that. Plus, I got the dice for the win of the roll, right? Like I'm
So I
mining the
think
dust
that
here as
these
well.
slash commands don't.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure because I actually you just reminded me that like sometimes the slash commands they don't trigger the bot, but we can make it that way, and that's probably the way it'll be in the future. Like we want everything to mine dust essentially.
Oh, I see. There's a cooldown of 5 minutes for this, so it's not like I can just sit here and keep rolling dice
Yeah,
over and
because
over
people
and
are going
over.
crazy.
I would imagine. Why not? I mean,
Well, some people use macros.
oh,
So yeah,
jerks.
they have
That's
happy hour.
yeah.
Yeah, so the happy hour allows you to like roll as many times as you want. And the idea was like, I just wanted to do a proof of concept. I built this in like an hour, and I just wanted to prove that like
Just a
people
little.
can use an NFT to like, yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean, we have a whole infrastructure for using these NFTs to run commands and stuff. And the dice is an actual NFT. I think that, and you
Yeah, I'll
have
go to
to
my
have it in your
wallet and
wallet.
I'll
You
show
can't
you
roll the dice.
guys. Yeah, I have it here in my
It's kind of
wallet.
funny because I think if you try to roll the dice without it, it says something funny too. Let me see if I can do that.
Oh, wrong
I'm gonna
one.
try to do it.
Nifty Wizards. So if I scroll down my inventory on
Let's see.
wax, yeah, you guys can see I do have a weed castle. Got number 22.
Yeah, you see, I just tried to roll the dice from my other phone. It just
Player doesn't have any fucking dice.
and so you can't
Yo,
do it
I
without
have
dice.
I
You
have
just can't.
2, so maybe I could hook somebody up with a giveaway on Twitter. If somebody's interested, I could do like a giveaway, guys, and you can get a dice from me and start, playing dice to mine some dust. I actually have low mint, like they're not low, but I mean 80 and 79, so it's not like triple digits.
Yeah, and we kind of plan to expand this a little bit to like dice stacking. So eventually, like if you had 10 dice and you made a roll, you should get higher rewards. And there's another one, for example, like there's a little like Easter egg I'll show you. Let me show you this. So check this out.
What? Does that do
And this will actually yield me dice too, and it's true to what it's showing on the roll. So if you put in a dice emoji, you will yield dice. So
So that counts
that's a
as
cool
my
little
roll. I
feature.
have to wait 2 minutes because I'm in a cooldown. But instead of doing the slash command, I could do the dice command, and it's the same thing as a roll.
It is, and there's it will yield you like between 1 and 6, and so we thought that this was more fun, and so we're Big Mike said that we should just have a room where you only have to roll the emoji, because this dice is actually a program in Telegram that will send, it's fair, and it will send the number to our bots so that the bots can give the right reward. So and it does work. I don't know why it's not showing here, but
Dude, this game just gets cooler and cooler, bro. It just gets so much cooler and cooler. The fact that I can see my dice from my, like, basically from my NFT wallet roll around in a Telegram screen and then actually reward me with a currency, dust, which is, if we were talking about this stuff even a couple months ago, people would just be like, I don't know, like, how you're doing this. And even today, it's like, it's becoming a big topic. Like, blockchain gaming and NFTs and all this stuff is starting to finally get, like, the spotlight it deserves. But I've mentioned this to a lot of people before, why you may not see a lot of the projects like Nifty Wizards getting a lot of attention from people is they're trying to do things their own right now. Like, whether you're a fucking influencer or whatever, you're trying to do stuff like this on your own. So we're not going to see a lot of people talk about the things that are doing stuff because everybody's doing stuff until, the cream starts to float to the top of the crops. And Nifty Wizards is definitely going to be amongst a lot of the top of the pillars there. I'm excited to be a part of this so early on. And I'm really happy that most people don't have a freaking clue what's going on, so I have time, more time to accumulate stuff like my castle. Like, I have an NFT. Kurt, I bought an NFT, and it just gives me more NFTs.
yeah, it's and so we have a farming concept that we just released, and the idea is that you have these castles as a wizard. You're like stacking properties, and what these properties do is they generate other items in the
Oh,
game, so that now you become a person who's generating them and you can sell them.
I messed up. I didn't actually click on the dice emoji. I just typed in bracket dice bracket, and that didn't work. So you actually have to go into the emoji keyboard and click on the dice, right, to do it, to make it
I
actually
think that you
visually
do.
roll.
It's like a different, it's a separate emoji because it's like an actual program.
Oh, is that? Because I just typed in dice, so I didn't see anything extra.
Yeah, if you type colon dice, or I believe if you just send in the dice emoji, um, it it will send that dice and it'll spin it.
All
And it's a
right.
real roll. Like if you get a 4, it'll send you 4.
Yeah, if you look, I typed in the brackets with dice and stuff. It didn't work, but now I clicked on the emoji and I'm going to try to do that. But unfortunately, I have a cooldown of 4 more minutes, and I kind of wanted to wrap things up. So I guess
Yep.
the conclusion is all you guys need to do is join the Telegram. Hop up into the Nifty Wizards lobby. You can see right here. You could start your quests and get a key, get a scroll, get a knife, start your battles, get a dice, start rolling, earn some dust, and have fun. Anybody has any questions or anything, obviously you could reach out to either me or Kurt or anybody. Obviously, there's hundreds, almost 600 members right now in the damn lobby. So hundreds of people here to help you guys get into the game if you're interested in something like this. And yeah, Kurt, appreciate your time, man. I've learned a lot.
Yeah, dude,
I
thank you.
officially feel confident enough to go on my nifty journey as
Yeah,
a
dude.
big boy wizard now.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you, dude. And also you're bringing a lot of people, so I really appreciate that. So if anybody came in through Ken, just hit me up. You're all welcome to play, and we'll make sure you get the loot that you need. So yeah, thanks.
I appreciate that. And guys, yeah, so definitely if you guys need to get some NFTs to play the game, join the Telegram channel. Let them know Kenn Bosak sent you, and I'll see you on the battlefield. As always, have a day.
All right, my dude. I appreciate you so much. Um, for sure. For sure. Yeah, and what I'll do is like once I have the link and stuff, which I think is